Welcome everyone, I'm Rei, this is Rize, and today, as you can see by the title, we are going to read manga. And I'm already hyped for this, because I have no idea what's going on, what's going to happen, but I want to find out. Because, I mean, last time was very, very fun with the Chronicles and all, but we need to get back in serious stuff. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It would really make my day. I would love it. I would love to have you guys here with me on this journey. And I think we can all just have a little bit more fun. I hope everyone has a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And let's get started. Divine Key. 50,000 years ago, the precursors of the last era built an advanced civilization. To fend off Herrschers, they created the Divine Keys. Weapons that could counter Honkai for the world's future by researching the remains of Herrscher cores. Oh, so we will get to know how divine keys were made? Maybe? That's awesome. So, chapter 1, 12th divine key, Jizo Mitama. Oh, actually, I nearly forgot, guys. We are not ready yet to read. Do you know why? Because now we're ready to read. I mean, those are not reading glasses, but they are stylish AF, right? So, let's go. Okay, 12th Divine Key, Jizo Mitama. Ooh, and that is definitely Hilmaru / Rin. Well, awesome. Earth, the cradle of human civilization. As civilization grew, so did the Honkai. I'm sorry, I already get chills because I love this so much, what the heck. The Honkai is bent on destroying humanity. As human civilization advanced, this force pushed back harder. Herrschers are powerful humanoid embodiments of the will of Honkai. They can bend physical laws on a whim to break destruction on humanity. Humanity paid dearly for every victory. Whoa! I know that it's not Siegfried, but it looks so much like Siegfried. What the heck? And, oh my god. It's just very bizarre. Why on the cross? What? Okay. When the war to defeat the 11th, the Herrscher of Binding, finally ended. Oh, that's how the Judah was made? Because binding is what Theresa can do, right? Finally ended. 70% of human civilization was destroyed. Ouch. Yeah, like that's a win that you can't even be happy about. But the Honkai War was far from over. May! And I'm still sus. I mean, that's Bronia's hairstyle, but wait! I'm stupid, that's Schrödinger, isn't it? No, wait. Schrödinger has a different hair, right? Oh my god, now I'm confusing myself again. Dr. May, the best mind of humanity, created the super AI Prometheus to predict the outcome of the war. Prometheus? To predict the outcome of the war? What? Result of the analysis were pessimistic. There were a total of 14 Herrschers. The 14th would wield powers far greater than the others. Wait, Dr. May created a super AI to predict the outcomes of the war. How is that possible? How can she predict outcomes? What? Humanity will be destroyed by the 14th. That's what she found. Whoa! Humanity's only hope was to figure out a means of using Herrscher powers. Dr. May therefore initiated Project Divine Key. So we have Dr. May to thank for this, huh? But wow, actually it's kind of like their civilization for me sounds so much more interesting right now at this point, just because it was all new for them, you know? It was the first time all of this happened. They had nothing to base anything off. So that's why I'm so interested in seeing more of the previous civilization. They had to invent everything, so Dr. May therefore, oh right, Divine Key. The project aimed to convert cores of defeated Herrschers into weapon platforms. Okay, I mean, we can see the Abyss Flower up there. We can see, I forgot the name of it there. And the Judah. Wait, Judgement of Shamash, right? Interesting. Abyss. Oh my god, sometimes I'm so useless. Like, I'm thinking about something and one picture more it get explained. Abyss Flower. Created using the core of the sixth TH sound, guys. Come on. Sixth Herrscher. I want to see this person. Judgement of Shamash. Created using the core of the 7th Herrscher. I want to see all of those people. Xuanyan Sword. Created using the core of the 10th Herrscher. Because, I mean, we can see that they resemble people we know. Like, this resembles Cecilia, honestly. This resembles Cecilia the most. This resembles Siegfried a lot. This resembles definitely Fuhua, but also a little bit Fuhua's pupil that we lost. I'm not over it. Yes, Chunyan's sword created using the core of the 10th Herrscher, and Oath of Judah definitely resembles Theresa. We don't have to talk about that. Created using the core of the 11th Herrscher. While humanity crafted the divine keys, the 12th Herrscher finally made her appearance. Yes, give me more of that. She was a young human girl. Although Herrscher level Honkai readings were detected within her, she exhibited no powers. She's human in form and in thought, and I'm already too emotional for this. She gave no sign of malice or hatred, God. One universe, Sakura and Rin, please. Having endured destruction wrought by 11 Herrschers before her, humanity refused to take any chances. Yeah, like, I did say it, but I think I didn't say it clearly enough. I do get it. And this is the only reasonable approach to everything. Like, I totally do get it. It's just sad to see because we know, like, we as the viewers, we as the players know that there can be people having those Herrscher powers without being, you know? Anyway, fearful of her potential powers, the final decision was made to keep her under surveillance at the base. That is still not a bad decision. The bad decision were those frickin'... We will talk about that when we get there, but I feel so bad for Rin, oh my god. Dr. May was tasked to identify the reasons behind Herrscher level powers within the girl, but those reasons remained elusive. Oh my god. The girl begged Dr. May to free her so that she can return to her family. Oh no! Gosh. And she has such a pure, innocent face. Really, I think she has that face of an anime character that you obviously want to protect. But, I mean, I also get her, but, like, at least keeping her under surveillance is something completely reasonable. But Dr. May knew a being with such massive latent Honkai powers could not be let loose. Especially when the nature of such powers remained a mystery. Get that, totally. The girl remained very much human throughout her incarceration, though it was obvious that she felt increasingly lonely and afraid. Humanity, then, did its worst. Yes, and it's still making me mad. It's making... Okay. Dr. May gave strict orders not to harm the girl in any way. But fear got the better of humanity. We really have to see this, yeah? Oh my god, I'm so mad. I'm so... Like... like, I get that fear. Most of the times, fear makes humans do stupid things. Like, stupid things. But how... What did they think to achieve? Like, they wanted results. But those soldiers that did this destroyed every chance of results and answers for all of humanity. Like... Even Dr. May has no idea what she's capable of. She's just a girl. The other Herrschers have destroyed 70% of human civilization. Get out of our way. Madness. She has done nothing wrong. Sacrifices must be made for humanity to live. We have no choice. Security breach. Multiple men down. Rejoice, humanity, we've killed another Herrscher. Oh my god. Humans can be so stupid sometimes. Humans can be really stupid. Like, like, their fear is reasonable. Herrschers have killed 70% of humanity. Everyone would be more than just anxious at that point. Especially if you have lived through this, right? I don't know in what time span the Herrschers appeared in this civilization, but anxiety is obviously understandable. But doing it like this, killing another Herrscher without getting anything out of it would be worse as it is. But they activated it, which is worse. Obviously that they didn't know, but like from their perspective, it was still stupid. Because they won't get any results like this. They won't get any answers. They won't get any help for future Herrschers. So, great. Anyway, poor Rin. Damn it. The murder planted the seed of hatred. Understandable so. The seed sprouted and woke the power of the 12th. The Herrscher of corruption. What had laid dormant stirred at the moment of the girl's death. I kind of... This is kind of a weird take, but what if it's not only hatred that stirred it, but also like Herrschers that are dormant in people. Like for May, the Herrscher talked to May or communicated with her sometimes, right? So Rin must have had also maybe some kind of communication. Or maybe the Herrscher of corruption even kind of liked her. That's why it didn't take over, and now that she was killed, he was mad. Like, it was mad. I mean, that would be a cool take. I don't know if that is also kind of what it is, but it would kind of make sense if we think about how May interacts with her Herrscher, right? So, I don't know, that's just a thought I had. It could be completely stupid, but yeah, hatred is enough for Honkai, no. Oh my god. The girl's body disintegrated into a dark mist infused with powerful Honkai energy. The mist first infected her killers, who stood cheering in her cell, turning them into murderous zombies that attacked every human nearby. I'm sorry, they deserved it. Not gonna lie. Stupid humans will be the downfall of humanity. I said it. Now I said it. I mean, if someone can destroy humanity, it's humans. And even in this case, where Honkai destroys most of humanity, humanity deals the finishing blow. Like, that's just so ironic. The base quickly deployed countermeasures. The last zombie was terminated at Control Hub F23 15 minutes after the outbreak. It was just freaking 15 minutes. But this was only the beginning. It took her only 1 minute to take over every single computer in the base. Guys, I love that we get 3 different types of looks at this part of the history. Because we had the AE visual novel, where it was kind of really, like, we couldn't even imagine what exactly happened. But we had those messages from someone from the previous civilization who talked about how everyone died and all of that stuff. Then, from the chapter, we have the memory thingy where we don't quite know what is exactly real and what not. And now we have this. Perfect. Perfection. I love the story writing. The true form of the 12th Herrscher revealed itself. A hyper-contagious and sentient viral and mimetic entity. Capable of infecting humans, animals, and any form of processor or logic system. The entity seethed with the girl's hatred. See, is it really just hatred? I'm sorry, now I'm stuck on the take that I just, maybe it really is mad at humanity. Before that it kind of tolerated humanity, and now it's just like, you killed one of your own out of fear, you frickin' sickos. Anyway, it carried out her desire for vengeance. See, interesting. The base kept an arsenal of 300 nuclear weapons to deal with a potential Herrscher attack. Well, Great. She fired them all at the last 3 cities of the world. Like, this Herrscher was actually so lucky. Like, it was so lucky that she was in the base, and it was so unlucky that the very measure they took to protect humanity, like keep the Herrscher with them and keep her under surveillance in the base, was what ultimately destroyed them. That's, oh my god. These 3 cities were gone in an instant. Nothing was left except for smoking craters. Wow. The 31,022 people. Oh my god, did I get a number right? Maybe. People in the base became the only human survivors of this attack. Yeah. Oh my god. The entity used the base systems to lock down every single exit of the base. Vile humans. You won't let me leave, so I won't be letting you leave either. You will never escape this dark tomb you've built for me. Oh wow. But Dr. May did not give up. She linked her core consciousness to the last uninfected system of the base. She linked her core consciousness to the... That sounds more than just dangerous. The Herrscher took the bait. May then disconnected the black box and trapped the Herrscher within it. Yeah, the black box. The one and only. Oh my god. Dr. May intended to make the 12th Herrscher into a divine key weapon as well. But the 12th Herrscher refuses to be subdued. The 12th divine key remained incomplete, even after the last Herrscher destroyed what remained of human civilization. Wow, okay, so the 12th divine key is incomplete. Interesting. So that will probably soon come back. This small black box became the new prison for the 12th Herrscher. Yeah, she did not know how many years had passed. Pure hatred was all that remained within her heart. But the seed of humanity survived and rebuilt the human world. In the 15th century, the powerful Order of Schicksal unearthed the black box. Oh my god. The Herrscher lost most of her powers during her imprisonment, but those powers proved to be irresistible to the power-hungry Kalankaslana. A Schicksal Valkyrie stole the black box to stop the terrible experiments. Oh my god, no, I don't want to go on. I know what happens next. No. She then escaped to the Far East, where she met a Miko priestess named Yae Sakura. The Miko resonated with the black box, allowing her to open it and release the Herrscher. I'm gonna cry. With hatred burning in her own heart, Yae Sakura quickly became the Herrscher's avatar of vengeance against humanity. After a grueling fight, Kalankaslana managed to seal Yae Sakura together with the Herrscher. Gee, I wonder why she resonated with the Herrscher. Gee, I wonder why. Gosh, this is so tragic. Honestly, like, just the fact that we have Yae Sakura coming back in all of those tragic parts of, like, just this Herrscher is... This is so sad. This is so incredibly sad. 500 years passed with the help of young and not so young Valkyries of the Far East branch. Yae Sakura was freed from the Herrscher's hatred and became herself. Yeah, finally, oh my god. When the 12th Herrscher acknowledged the folly of her hatred, the black box began carrying out Dr. May's final directive. The divine key, Jizo Mitama, was completed after a wait of 50,000 years. Wow. Wait, so they not only freed Yae Sakura, but they also kind of not activated the divine key, but like they made the divine key without even knowing. This is not addressed in the main story, like in the main chapters yet, right? Or did we already see the weapon? I have a feeling that we did see it, but I'm actually not quite sure. I'm like all of those weapons and the names. I know by now I should get all of them and I know what they should be, but I just don't. I'm not good at remembering names and numbers. But at least I remember now that Jizo Mitama is a sword, and I know that this is a weapon in the game. I just don't quite know if it was in the chapters already or not. The story started with the tragic story of a girl who did nothing wrong. It played its part in the destruction of human civilization. Wait, what do these symbols exactly mean? Like, I know I've seen them. I just don't know what exactly means what. Guys, is there something that can help me remember what those symbols that I already saw mean? Is there a site or anything that I can take a look at, or a picture or whatever that helps me? Gratitude may be an eternal arc, but know that every twisted vine of hatred ultimately grew from a seed. Right. Oh my god. Okay, that makes it even better. Wait a second. Because gratitude, it was the gratitude arc or whatever it was called. The manga that we learned about all of this. Like, yeah, Sakura and stuff. And it was also the arc where it all could only happen because of like this chain of gratitude that, you know, people help people and that lead people to help other people. That chain. But hatred is the same. And I love that they address it here. That is such an interesting take. I honestly love this take so much. What the heck? Every twisted vine of hatred ultimately grew from a seed. Wow. And the seed for this 11th Herrscher. The Herrscher that was freaking tragic for... Gosh, why... why couldn't the Herrscher leave Yae Sakura alone? And I mean, yeah, Kallen brought it to her, which is more tragic because Kallen loved Sakura. So, awesome. And with awesome, I mean freaking sad. Okay, but that was just about the 11th Divine Key. That was just about... Wait, 12th? Is it the 12th? Did I just say 11th the whole time? It's the 12th Herrscher. Okay, then never mind. So the 12th Herrscher is Jizo Mitama, the Divine Key. Okay. That was just one Divine Key. We got more to go, though. Oh my god. Okay, I'm all here for it already because of this picture. Like, what the heck? This is so pretty. I love the lighting in all of the previous civilization shots that we see. Judgement of Shamash. I am excited. Oh my god. Judgement of Shamash, a divine key weapon built using the core of the Herrscher of Fire. It is regarded as the most destructive of the divine keys. To control the terrible powers of the core, it was halved and housed in the chambers of the twin pistols. Oh, that's interesting. That's, oh my god, I love it. It's just such a smart, small detail. But just because of the terrible powers, it was halved, and that's why there are two pistols. That's so cool. And in the, I don't know if it's the zeroth form or whatever, but like the form that usually burns the user, right? There it is one great sword, right? There we have the whole destruct. Okay. Oh my god, this already makes so much more sense. I love it. Unifying the core halves activates its Zweihander form. The Great Sword can unleash a storm of fire that destroys Emperor-class Honkai with ease. The deadly firestorm spared nothing, not even its wielder. Those who swung the Divine Key knew that they lived to activate its true powers only once. Damn! Gosh, that's just... I love it. And I love even more that Kevin taught Siegfried how to use it. Like, what? The Judgement of Shamash was forged in the previous era. The third Herrscher had yet to appear at that time. Oh, okay. Most people believed that the Honkai was only a minor disturbance and lived in a facade of peace. Oh, facade. Sorry. Oh my god. Honestly, having this the second chapter of this manga makes it better. Because we already know how wrong they are. Oh my god. Senba Academy, a high school located in Nagazora, a city in the Far East. Wow. Okay, again Nagazora. No way. No way we see Kevin. Kevin was a transfer student who arrived here 3 months ago. He was athletic and good looking. Yeah, he is. What? And became extremely popular amongst the girls who called him the prince. Oh, high school. Wait, is it high school? Wait, yeah, it is high school. Yeah, that sounds like high school. He is good looking though. But the prince was not interested in his fawning fans. Apparently, someone had already taken Kevin's heart when he first arrived in Senba. Her name was May. Her classmates called her a nerd. Wow! Kiana and May met in Nagazora. Kevin and May met in Nagazora. The Kaslanas always have a thing for May, huh? Wow! And in Nagazora, like, wow! That is just... Is fate already predetermined? Is fate inevitable in this world? It really seems like it. Because that is just... Wow, wait. But does he still like her? Till the end? Oh my god. Oh my... And it's so interesting. Because we know that they have this big organization later on. But here they are normal high school students. Wow. May's father was a renowned physicist specializing in the field of electromagnetism. Magnetism. I can't talk, I swear. She wanted to become a scientist and expand upon human knowledge. Oh, she did that. She's awesome. She wasn't interested in anything else. And that included love as well. Oh, he was doomed from the start. He still tried his best. Kevin tried all sorts of ways to get May's attention, but May ignored him at every turn. His actions may be quite childish and annoying at times, but Kevin was persistent and his intentions were good. It left an impression on May. Yeah, you just have to go through with it. Oh my god. If peace could be maintained, perhaps the prince and the nerd may have lived happily ever after. God. This is so Kiana and May. Oh my god. There is really no happy end in this story, huh? But the facade of peace was broken again. The third Honkai eruption of the previous era took place in the city of Nagasara. Everything repeats itself. No shot. People rushed to the shelters amidst the chaos of explosions and sirens. Kevin took May by the hand while they tried to escape the fallen city. They then ran into a man dressed in black. He told the youth that his mission was to protect May. Did May also have a stigma here? No way. In fact, he carried an invitation for May to join their organization as a junior research fellow. What? This organization was called the Moth Who Chases the Flames. Wow. The Moth happened to be a United Nations task force dedicated to fighting the Honkai. May published a paper on quantum mechanics just 6 months ago. How smart is she? What the heck? The Moth studied the paper and regarded May as one of the best minds they had ever seen. Refusing to be taken away from May, Kevin volunteered to join Moth as a soldier. God, the Kaslanas always join. They Kaslanas always follow their women to those organizations. What the heck? And yes, now I'm definitely talking about Siegfried. Because he only went back to Schicksal because of Cecilia. What? Oh my god. This is blowing my mind already. I love this. I love when stories intertwine and, like, you know, we can see a pattern. And this is just so interesting. Wait, quantum mechanics, a way of describing every force in all matter. Okay. Oh my god, they're so cute. No, I don't want to know what happened to them. And thus, their fates were bound together. 3 years passed. Okay, that is Seele's stigma. Now I recognize it, because we saw Seele in the last chapter a whole lot. So now I remember that. I still... Wait, so is that the one from... I mean, we are in the chapter of Judgement of Shamash. So I'm not quite sure what that... anyway, you guys know, I'm confused. Humanity defeated the 6th Herrscher. Oh, okay, so it's from the 6th Herrscher. We had a time jump. Of course, 3 years passed. I just read that. My brain can't keep up, as you guys see. Okay, so the 6th... I can't talk. 6th Herrscher. You know what I mean. Is also connected with Seele Stigma. Huh, okay. Yeah, oh my god, that explains so much. No, this picture. Okay, I don't remember in what manga it was. But I talked about this picture. And I talked about how this looks like Seele. And this is Kevin. And this Seele, or this... Let's say Seele in all caps. Because we don't know. Because I don't know. You guys might know. So this Seele was the 6th Herrscher. And Kevin defeated it. So, oh my god. What? The cruel war transformed Kevin into one of the best soldiers of Math. Gosh, I just can't get over that they really showed us this picture before and we didn't quite know. I didn't quite. You guys know what I mean. We are all in this together, but now we do. And I still can't get over Ich liebe dich in the background. Okay? Don't fucking do this to me. Humanity had lost more than half of its armed forces. But the Honkai was relentless and struck again while humanity was still trying to recover from the previous eruption. Wait. Oh my god. So, right after the 6th Herrscher, the 7th already appeared. And this is the woman we saw that I think is so incredibly... Anyway, the 7th Herrscher wielded fire. She was more destructive than those that came before. They really just mentioned the 6th so that we can see Seele Stigma and hear Kevin and Seele. Seele in all caps, okay? Seele in all caps. But yeah, the story writing. The story writing is genius. They definitely are Galaxy Brain. She was more destructive than those that came before. Within a week after the 7th eruption, she single-handedly reduced Australia to a burned hellscape. Wow! And I mean, I could think that this is kind of Himiko's counterpart. Maybe it really is, but didn't we see her when Fuwa talked about her teacher? Wasn't that this person? I think it was her, because I wanted to see her. I think that's why I remember. To fight the 7th, Dr. May proposed the Soldier Project. Oh god. Useful Emperor-class Honkai genes and DNA were to be identified, extracted, and inserted into human subjects to grant them superhuman powers and innate Honkai resistance. These genetically engineered humans would be known as the Mantis. And this is still Fuwa, so that makes sense because Fuwa was there, because the 7th was Fuwa's teacher, maybe? Maybe even more, I don't know yet. And maybe that's why Fuwa joined them. To kind of defeat her. Because that is Fuwa's... I mean, it is Fuwa's future battlesuit, I think. But obviously, this is not about battlesuit, but about the Honkai genes, so... Wait, was Fuwa also genetically changed? Massively augmented neotech integrated soul Ziders? Was it supposed to mean soldiers? Anyway, to support May's project, Kevin volunteered to join the first batch of test subjects. That is a huge thing. Why are the Kaslanas like this? Kaslanas are way too crazy in love. And yeah, I mean, at this point he is an incredibly good soldier and he probably has thought it through and just believes in what May researched. But that is crazy. Wow. Oh my god. Kaslanas and their love. Suitable target genes were found. The donor, an Emperor-class Honkai codenamed Parvati, with the ability to control the freezing of water molecules. A gene construct known as Equor was prepared and injected into Kevin. These intrachromosomal Honkai gene repeats were specifically designed to enhance human compatibility. Okay. but any human would react violently to the ichor. The pain was extreme, and the damage inflicted upon Kevin's body was irreversible. Despite all odds, Kevin survived the ordeal and emerged with Parvati's powers. But that is so horrifying. Like, we know that Otto is doing experiments and stuff, and basically using humans, and we don't know. Like, we only hear about Kevin volunteering, right? But were there other people and they died because of this? Because in this kind of experiment slash test slash project, it sounds so dangerous that I can't believe that no one died because it failed, you know? Which is so interesting because we see parallels. More parallels. God. Oh my god. So, the thing is, this already makes me feel bad for Kevin, actually. Because, I mean, everything started because he followed a girl he loved. And he was just a student, and we know that students do stupid things, right? We know that as a high schooler, we are all not that smart. We are all like, oh, we know everything, and I'm going to do this and that, and you know, I'm on the top of the world, but yeah. So I always feel bad when characters make big, big life-changing decisions while they are still students, so. Oh my god. Oh no, not this picture, I remember this, no! I want to know more about her, though. Armed with Honkai powers, Kevin led the Moth and defeated the 7th Herrscher. But he felt no joy. The ichor within him permanently lowered his average body temperature to -30 Celsius. He could no longer hold the love of his life without hurting her. He knew he would be alone for the rest of his life. Don't make me cry, what the heck? This is terrible. Oh my god. This really makes me tear up. This is horrible. Was it worth it? I mean, it partially saved a few humans, at least for some time, until it all failed, but this is terrible. As a mantis, Kevin became one of the most powerful soldiers of humanity. Kevin's sub-zero body temperature made him the only human capable of unleashing and surviving the full might of Shamash. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Kevin single-handedly defeated the 9th and 11th Herrscher with the divine key of destruction. But he failed to reverse humanity's inevitable defeat against the final Herrscher. Wow. Like, the final Herrscher is so sus, because she looks so much like a Kiana in her Herrscher form. And at the same time also kind of like Siren. This is so sus. This is all so sus. But many fellow mantises fell. Kevin had no choice but to withdraw. Fortunately, May managed to complete the Stigma project. The human civilization of the previous era was destroyed, but she gave the human survivors the seeds of hope. Wait, she implanted Stigmata in some people? They would go on and rebuild a new human civilization from the ashes of the old. But May would not live to see this happen. Years of working with Honkai materials had taken its toll. Oh my god. And I'm sure I should know those stigma. I'm sure I should. I'm sorry, I can't remember. When Kevin returned to the last base on Earth. Oh no. No, don't. No! He was greeted with her body. She had done all she could for humanity and died on duty at the control terminal. Whoa! Kevin had no wish to live in a world without his love. But a baby's crying stopped him. He found the baby in a lab along with a letter. Stop it. It was a test tube baby created with May and Kevin's genetic materials. may also improve its echo sequences. The baby's body temperature would become normal once it grows up. Stop this! What the heck? This is making me even more sad. And I feel incredibly sorry for Kevin. This is, honestly, this is so mean. I get May completely. She did everything she could for humanity. She did everything so that maybe the future humans, the future of humanity can live on. But it is just so unfair for Kevin. It is just so unfair. Oh my god. The letter was from May. She begged him to have a hope. How do you expect him to have hope after this? No. I can only make out keep going. Baby is the hope. Also the hope of us. Oh my god, May. Oh my god, poor Kevin. Like, I don't know how exactly he's turning out, right? I only know that he is the leader of the world serpent, whatever that exactly means. But, I mean, after this, a normal human would go crazy. He has lost everything. First, he lost the capability of being with the person he loves. They are in reach, but he is not allowed to reach them. He can't reach them. Then, almost all of humanity is gone. And then, the love of his life is gone. And leaves him with, don't die, take care of this baby. It's the future of humanity. And he's just like, he's broken. Like, this man is oh my god. I feel so sad. I really want to cry. I'm talking so much so that I don't cry. To fulfill her wishes, Kevin brought the baby to a shelter facility and entered a cryostasis pod. Whoa. 50,000 years passed. The ruins of the previous era turned to dust and ruin as residual Honkai radiation decayed and dissipated. Human survivors slowly rebuilt civilization, but the Honkai you know that word, as the human race made technological progress. Would they have never resurfaced if humanity would have not made technological progress? So what does Honkai exactly has to do with technological God, Honkai itself is such a mystery. But this is so sad. Then he appeared before the humans of the current era. A silver-haired warrior with a flaming sword and a baby in his arm. Wow. This is so sad. He called himself Kaslana. I'm gonna cry. And came to give humanity hope. He is completely fulfilling what May wanted. And that was the legend of Kevin Kaslana, the grandsire of warriors who wield the Judgement of Shamash. And we already see the Judah! Whoa. Whoa. I can't. And I mean, I could try to guess now who the baby might be, but honestly, I have no idea. It's probably really just the start of the Kaslana family, and you know, if it is someone specifically, and I could have guessed it, please tell me. But as usual, no spoilers. No spoilers as usual. But this is, honestly, I feel for Kevin. I didn't know what was his backstory, but I didn't know it was this. This is the worst. Wow. Oh my god, but this is not even the end. We have one more. We really have one more and we will, oh my god. Okay, let's torture ourselves once more, but I'm not over this. Wings of Origin. Previous era. Oh my god. No, I can't. Stop it. And I mean, we still don't know. I mean, I still don't know how Kevin came to the Sea of Quanta and how he is still existing. Because, I mean, this is, like, Judgement of Shamash, the story, really is just the original story of how Caslanas came to be. Which is already incredible. But this is... like, we still have so many questions. And honestly, wait a second. I mean, that baby is basically May's and Kevin's baby, right? But aren't... is our May still kind of related to the other? Please tell me that that's just not the case and it's really just... this is our May and there was a May in the previous civilization, but they are not related at all. Because this is basically saying that the Caslanas came from May and Kevin, right? Okay. Let's anyway. 6 months after humanity's victory over the 10th Herrscher, there was no celebration. The Honkai War left more than half of human cities in ruins. Annihilation remained a stark possibility for human civilization. The moth who chases the flames. But the myrmidons of Task Force Honkai stood its ground. Oh, okay. Moth sought a better solution to end the Honkai menace. Divine key weapons forged with Herrscher cores proved extremely effective. Mass production was achieved with the 10th Divine key weapons. What? Humanity then turned its attention to the human element of battle. Mass production with this 10th divine key? What? The next phase of Soldier Project was initiated to create more mantises. These massively augmented neotech integrated soldiers were expected to turn the tide. But then we have Australia. Date unknown. Oh, of course. Oh, this looks still so cool. Again, I love the lighting they do for all of the shots. A moth assault squad en route to a rare earth metal mine. Mission: neutralize Honkai presence and reclaim the mine. This reminds me of like the mission. Oh my god, that's Fufa. But this reminds me of the mission that we had like in the second eruption we had a few flashbacks and we had more Valkyries on missions. This kind of reminds me of it. Priority rating B. Standard mission protocols apply. Emperor class Honkai readings were not detected. Members were selected from other squads at the last minute. Oh my god. MSA 209. Name: Hua. Age: 70-year-old. So at that time she is a normal human being, yes? Wow. X Squad v Moth. 70 years old, of course. 17, sorry. Oh, just a year ago. Captain Himiko. No! Of course it's really Himiko. Just a year ago, Captain Himiko of Squad 5, was corrupted by the Honkai and became the 7th Herrscher. Wait! 1 year. 7th Herrscher, 8th Herrscher, 9th Herrscher, and 10th Herrscher. What the heck? Okay, they really don't stop. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, wait. So in this case, Hua was like a pupil of the teacher Himiko? No, not teacher, but Captain Himiko. Not pupil, but you know, in the squad. Hua was the sole survivor of the betrayed squad. Shunned by other moth units, Hua also gained a nickname. Fire Witch's Little Birdie. Wow. Like that's, first of all, that's so mean. Why would you be like that? Why would you... I get that you guys all hate Herrschers, but humans are played by the Herrschers. Like, even the person themselves are played by Herrschers. So it's not her. Humans are mean. Anyway, Fire Witch's Little Birdie is making me think of a lot of things, and I will take this second to say what I mean. Fire Witch makes me think of Signora from Genshin Impact. And Fire Witch's little birdie also makes me obviously think of a phoenix. Because fire and bird and yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. But that's just so interesting. But Hua chose to stay at the front lines and fight as a soldier. Oh my god, poor Hua. Okay, there are weapons. Wait! Those are the weapons? Oh my god, I don't remember names. Oh no, I cannot remember. But this weapon, like, Hua had those 3 people that she knows, right? Like the one that does sculptures, the one that was interested in money, and the other one, and I mean the other one now, with I think black hair, maybe? Anyway, this sword is from her, right? I mean not this specific one, because there are multiple of those, but later on. Right, it's in the Chronicle where we try to find the stigma and the weapon of this person. I'm sorry, I really forgot the name. That is this sword, right? Like, I'm connecting it correctly, right? And yeah, I can definitely remember pictures way better than names and numbers. The moth of this assault squad were excited to be equipped with 10 divine key weapons. Wow, they were convinced that this mission was meant as a field trial for the 10th divine key. Oh my god. So, oh wow. HQ then asked the assault squad to inject an unknown agent into their body. Wait, they don't even Schicksal much? The moth units, eager to start the mission assignment with their divine key weapons, obeyed without question. Why would you obey without question though? What the heck? No one gets near me a needle without explaining to me what it does. They were confident that these weapons will carry them to victory. Wow. But the truth was that this mission had another goal that the moth were not aware of. They really became kind of like Schicksal, not telling the Valkyries everything, using the Valkyries. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, she reminds me of a mixture of Carol and someone else, and I don't remember. And she has also white hair and blue eyes. Is that one Caslana? Maybe not. Actually, no. Obviously not. We're not. My mind just, you know, was like, oh, the last chapter, so this is after the last chapter. No, it's before. I'm sorry. Ignore what I said. Obviously, it's not a Caslana. I mean, except Kevin had a sister. These divine key weapons are perfect against the Honkai. Come on, beastie. Watch me chop you to pieces. She's too excited. I'm scared. I'm way too scared. What the? This is an Emperor class, right? An Emperor? I repeat, we have sighted an Emperor. I need support. Someone get me out of here. My divine key isn't doing anything against this monster either. Tell me where you are. I'll be there at once. Oh my god. Confirmed that the assault squad has engaged Ganesha. We have confirmed the death of 5 squad members. Does she not care? What is May? I trusted May up until this point, but now I'm kind of questioning her. And honestly, that is kind of also the point. I should never trust a character blindly, just because they seem smart or whatever. Oh my god. No metamorph ichor expression has been detected so far. This is a test for them. Oh my god. Wow. And I'm sure that we will see some of these characters in the background. Like, at least her. She kind of reminds me of Rita. Maybe. Maybe not. To think we armed these useless moths with divine key weapons. In their hands, it's just as useful as standard gear. Dr. May, I believe it's time to find our next test subjects. They really treat... Wow. They really treat them also just like test subjects. Hold on, let's wait for this fight to end. Who was the only one who can do something? Oh my god, wow. Fuwa has not only lost her first squad, she also... Those organizations are really the worst. They want to achieve the best for humanity, But while doing that, I think all of those organizations, like Schicksal and this one here, they all become less human because they want to achieve more power. And more power means more tests, and more tests is more danger and more death. Awesome. The base told us that there are no Emperor-class Honkai in this area. This turned out to be a suicide mission. But I refuse to run away again. There's still a chance. Maybe she literally wants to die here. Because she's like, no, I don't want to be another soul survivor. Like, she's saying there's still a chance, but I don't know. I remember the day when the Honkai came and destroyed Sapphire, my home. The beast rampaged through the fallen city. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is so gorgeous looking, but it's so... I could only run. Oh my god, and this is the same outfit that she wears nowadays. I had no other choice. Good, we have a survivor here. That was when I met her. Oh my god. Come with me, and I'll teach you how to fight them. Wow, this makes me even more sad. Why are you doing this? Oh wow, this weapon does nothing. Whoa. Damn it. Captain, this is the end. There's nothing I can do. It's time, Hua. Captain, are you here to take me back? Oh my god. She's so ready. She wants to. Please, teach me how to fight them like you used to. Then listen, Hua. Oh wow, this is so gorgeous. Whoa! Whoa! No, I can't die yet. Not before I figured out why you became one of the Honkai. Wow! This is her origin. This is so... I must uncover the truth. Wow! 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 Metamorph Ecor expression detected. Metamorphosis initiated. Ecor expression stabilizing. Novel traits detected. Whoa! I have no idea what this all means, but wow. Those are wings. Those are wings and she looks gorgeous. What the heck? Can she still do that? Like, am I even wrong to think that this is still our Fufa? This is our Fufa, right? Yeah, we saw her having the flat. No, this. What the heck? Subject's new metamorphic form has appeared. Ecor and Loki have stabilized as well. The trial is a success. We have created a mantis. We did it. Wait. 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 But at this point, was this really the first? But I thought that Kevin was the first. Or was Kevin the first and after that they didn't try anymore? And then they tried with her? Or actually they... What? Wait, okay guys, you have to explain this to me. Because we have created a mantis, we did it. Seems like they did it for the first time. And either way, if it is the first time or if it's not the first time, I knew it. I knew that they would sacrifice people. Holy shit. Dr. May, this is the salvation of the human race. No. This is only the beginning of many others. Wow. Wait. Those are not kind of Bella's wings, right? They look like Benara's. A little bit. But I could also be tripping. And that was also the beginning of Hua's legend. Wow! Oh my god. Okay, this comic is awesome. What the heck? I love this. I love this so much. What the heck? Okay. Guys, tell me everything you thought, think, feel, especially to the second one, like the second chapter about Kevin. I mean, obviously, Hua is extremely important, and I love her, and I feel for her, like, extremely, okay? But I feel like I still don't know so much about her and what happens after. that I don't quite have more of an opinion. Like, I feel so incredibly sad. Like, at this point, like before this point, she was just a human, right? She was afraid. Her city was destroyed. She was saved by Himeko. She was saved by Himeko. Anyway, and then Himeko died as a Herrscher. And then she became a freaking mantis. I feel so sad for her. This is another case of if either Honkai would have just not appeared or whatever, she could have been a normal person and this all would not have happened. And her losing Himeko made her want to give up. Like we saw this beautiful, beautiful imagery where she wanted to follow Himeko, where she wanted to just be together with her again, let her teach her again, because she was probably like a mother figure for her. Because she was still, I mean, she is at this point even young. And she only met Himeko, no wait. Himeko died a year before this point. But we don't know how long she trained with Himeko. And like, she was abandoned, she was alone, I want to know though what exactly happened in that time. Like, before that she must have had a family, right? And there must have been some people, but we didn't even mention those, so what happened before Himeko got to her? Like, we saw that the Honkai was destroying everything, obviously. But I just want to know more of her human backstory. And I mean, Himeko is enough of a backstory. This is so sad. Fuwa is losing Himeko all over. All the time. All over again. What the heck? I want to know what exactly... Wait, does Fuwa even in our chapters... Right, I don't even know if Fuwa is really alive. God damn it. I don't even know. But if Fuwa is still alive, what I am still thinking. A black screen and a shot, for me, is not a confirmation. And we already know that Feng Huang down is the reason why stuff happened. But wait, we did kind of get confirmation that... I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Anyway, because in the main storyline, main chapters, we did not see Schicksal's perspective. Like, we did not see Schicksal's headquarters. We did not see Otto doing stuff. We only saw him in the time when Rita was doing stuff, but we did not see Schicksal headquarters or what Schicksal is up to from their perspective. So I will not think about Fuwa's maybe dead. No. Anyway, but yeah, that's because there are so many questions. I want to know even more about your thoughts on Kevin's past, because I mean, that is probably all of his past, or I mean, not all of his past, but like a lot of past, a lot of history for Kevin. And I want to know what you guys think and thought, and how do you feel about all of this? Because I'm sad. I took a lot of emotional damage from these chapters and I loved every second of it. And yeah, are those Benares wings? Probably not, but maybe, who knows. I can just tell you the next 3 manga that are up, and that is World Serpent, London Holiday, and Second Divine Key. So, if you don't want to miss them, I will see you in the next video. Bye!